Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens, this is Newswatch.
No confidence. That's what Hocking College faculty and staff have said about their support in the college's leadership. Good evening, I'm Kelsey Steele. Thanks for joining us. Last night's regular meeting of the Hocking College Board of Trustees was met with a 92% vote of no confidence in the college's president and vice president of academic and student affairs. But board members put their support behind the leadership last night. Of the 99 voting members of full-time faculty and professional staff, only one vote gave full confidence in Dr. Betty Young's leadership. Another voter had some confidence, and 5 voters had little confidence in the leadership role of the president. This is the 4th vote of no confidence that Young has gotten in her career. Although faculty might not have confidence in their leadership at Hocking College, students seem to have a lot of confidence in Ohio University. Enrollment at OU's main campus has grown significantly over the last decade. However, regional campuses' enrollment have been on the decline. Of OU's 5 regional campuses, only 1 has seen an increase in enrollment from 2013 to 2014. Economic officials say that when the economy falls, enrollment at regional campuses usually increases. When the economy crashed in 2008, regional campuses' enrollment shot up. However, it peaked in 2010. The International Street Fair will keep the original date of April 16th. The Athens City Council decided this in their meeting on Monday. Although it is the same date, the fair being moved 1 block south. It will be held from Washington Street to President Street. Conflict arose about moving the date of the street fair because the Number Fest being held the same weekend. Another injection well could be coming to Athens County. DT Atha Incorporated of Albany now has a permit to drill, issued by the Ohio Division of Oil and Gas Resources. The permit was granted without a public hearing requested by local residents. The company has not yet started drilling, but if they do, they must meet a number of permit conditions before they get the authorization for injection. The proposed well site will be in Rome Township off of I-444. This will be Atha's 2nd injection well in Rome Township. It will be the 9th injection well in Athens County.
Welcome to the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm Ann Campolongo. Well, today in Athens we saw lots of flurries. Those have really stuck around for the past 48 hours. We saw snow yesterday and throughout much of the day today, and they're still lingering in the area. Temperatures across the region are in the mid-20s to low 20s for most of us. 21 here in Athens, and it was a very cold day out there. That cold air is finally here, and it's going to stick around for quite some time. Currently in Athens, we're sitting at 21 degrees. We have a southwest wind at 14 miles per hour with some of those gusts up to 20 miles per hour. So with that wind factored in, it feels a lot colder than it does. We've seen wind chills today in the teens, even dipping down into the single digits at times. Across the region, though, most of us in the lower to upper teens. 21 here in Athens as well as New Lexington, 19 degrees up in Columbus as well as Chillicothe, and 20 over in Marietta. Taking a look at your overnight planner for this evening, if you are headed out, it's going to be a cold one. By 9 p.m. we'll be at 17 degrees and then dropping into the mid and lower teens by midnight and 1 a.m. So cloudy skies for most of us this evening, Kelsey, but could be some few flurries lingering around, but mostly cloudy skies for the overnight hours. But the big story is the cold. It's going to feel really cold out there.
All right, Ann, thanks a lot. The amount of heroin in possession that leads to felonious charges may be lowered. A bill in the Ohio legislature is proposing that the amount be decreased to 100 grams instead of 250 grams of heroin. This charge has a maximum prison sentence of up to 11 years. The defendant would also have to classify as a major drug offender. The bill passed the Ohio House and reached the Senate Criminal Justice Committee earlier today. Ohio has a second case of the Zika virus involving a 21-year-old man from Stark County who traveled to Haiti. The report came hours after the first reported case involving a 30-year-old woman from Cleveland who also visited Haiti. There is no vaccine for which the virus spreads primarily through bites from a mosquito not typically found in Ohio. Officials are preparing an exercise for Ohio before mosquito season begins. They are also investigating whether there's a link between the virus in pregnant women and a rare birth defect. On a national level, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and the CDC director will take part in a hearing on Capitol Hill today to talk about the Zika virus. Researchers in Brazil say the virus may be linked to eye abnormalities in babies. The World Health Organization has declared a public health emergency over the Zika virus. They estimate as many as 3 to 4 million people across the Americas will be infected with the virus in the next year. Researchers say a vaccine to combat the Zika virus is, quote, unlikely to be widely available for a few years. Back in Ohio, the Environmental Protection Agency has issued another notice of violation in Sebring. According to the EPA, Sebring failed to correctly report recent test results and guidance to homeowners who voluntarily submitted water samples. The village also failed to submit the required weekly report on water chemistry. Sebring received its first violation notice at the end of January. House Democrats in Washington, D.C. will hold a hearing Wednesday on the ongoing water crisis in Flint. The city's mayor will testify. Separately, Michigan's governor will ask the state for nearly $200 million to help Flint's water crisis. But he's not ready to commit the replacement of all of the pipes. Unlike Mayor Karen Weaver, meanwhile, there could be many criminal charges coming. Kim Hutcherson reports.
All lead pipes in the city of Flint need to be replaced.
Flint Mayor Karen Weaver did not mince words as she revealed her plan to fix the city's toxic water crisis.
I'm announcing the Fast Start plan. It's an estimated $55 million project to remove and replace Flint's residential lead pipes as quickly as possible.
On Wednesday, Governor Rick Snyder will ask legislators for an additional $195 million to deal with the problem, but he hasn't thrown his support behind pipe replacement yet. He'll only commit to reviewing the proposal, according to a spokesman, who said experts recommend pipes be coated with a chemical preventing corrosion before determining which lines should be replaced. Snyder said he isn't necessarily opposed to Weaver's plan.
It's more a question of let's do it in a organized, thoughtful, scientific and engineering correct fashion.
But Weaver pulled no punches in her response.
We can't wait for that. We don't trust that, and we deserve new pipes. I cannot imagine that he would not support this plan. If he doesn't, shame on him.
Meanwhile, the team investigating the crisis for Michigan's Attorney General says criminal charges could be filed.
You know, the involuntary manslaughter or death that may have happened to some young person or older person because of this poisoning, to misconduct in office.
I'm Kim Hutcherson reporting.
Governor Snyder declined an invitation to testify at the hearing in Washington Wednesday. Democrats will have the opportunity to discuss the issues when CNN hosts a debate in Flint on March 6th. Republicans, on the other hand, are leaving New Hampshire and heading to South Carolina. We'll have a look at how candidates fared in New Hampshire. That story, plus there's a possibility that environmental factors could lead to cancer. These stories and more when Newswatch returns.
What's happening, TVC basketball fans? My name is Sean Neidig, the host of Hardwood Heroes. Hardwood Heroes is a weekly half-hour show that airs on WOUB at 11 Sunday night and again at 6 on Monday. We provide you with the best Southeastern Ohio high school basketball coverage in the area, both on our show and on the web. Our reporters are at over 20 games every week to recap, so there is no way you can miss us. So tune in to Hardwood Heroes on Sunday night. And until then, I'm your host, Sean Neidig, reminding you to be heroic.
Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home.
My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
We have new information regarding the possible lawsuit against the city of Ferguson. The U.S. Department of Justice has filed a civil rights lawsuit against the city of Ferguson. This comes a day after the city council voted to revise an agreement to improve police and courts relationships with people in lower economic classes. The council voted 6-0 to adopt the deal after making some amendments. A law enforcement official confirmed the lawsuit today. We have some updates about Republican candidates. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie and former CEO of HP, Carly Fiorina, have dropped out of the presidential race. However, Governor John Kasich put all of his presidential campaign chips in New Hampshire Tuesday. That gamble paid off. Kasich finished second to Donald Trump in New Hampshire's Republican presidential primary. He told supporters his performance shows that staying away from campaign mudslinging works.
Maybe, just maybe, we're turning the page on a dark part of American politics, because tonight the light overcame the darkness of negative campaigning.
Kasich also said that there was, in his words, magic in the air with his campaign. The Resch Henrietta School District is going ahead with environmental testing at one of its schools due to cancer concerns. 2 current employees of Roth Middle School and a former employee were diagnosed with similar types of cancer in the last year. Jim Madelinsky has the latest.
There was never any doubt we had to do this. We simply, the safety of our students and staff is our first priority.
Resch Henrietta Superintendent Dr. Ken Graham talking not just to the school board Tuesday night, but concerned parents and residents around Roth Middle School.
I'm a person who's a thinking person, and I thought, well, I want to go there and see what they've got to say and see if anything might be related.
Paula Zach lives half a mile from the school and was diagnosed with cancer last week. She came to Tuesday's meeting to try and figure out what's going on.
But I know it's extremely hard to prove that. So there's no way I'm really going to know, but I just want to hear what's going on.
The district says the environmental testing is just a precaution after 2 employees at Roth Middle School were diagnosed with similar types of cancer in the last year.
We just try to rule out any environmental factors.
Michael Rummill and Leader Professional Services performed the preliminary test at the middle school. He was asked by the district not to speak with us about that study tonight, but his company has done similar studies at schools before, including Leroy Central Schools, after more than a dozen students developed tics in 2012.
We do indoor air samples, and we'll also do maybe some soil samples and water samples in the immediate vicinity of the school.
Some of the testing would have to be done while students are in school. If approved, it would take about 3 weeks. South Korea says it's shutting down an industrial complex that it runs jointly with North Korea. The Kaesong complex has been around for more than a decade. Over 100 South Korean companies have a presence in the complex, which employs tens of thousands of North Koreans and provides a stable stream of hard currency to Pyongyang. The announcement to shut down the complex was made shortly before Japan also announced sanctions against North Korea for its actions. The North launched a satellite on Sunday that's widely seen as a missile test in disguise. The communist nation also claims it tested a hydrogen bomb last month. On Wall Street today, it was a mixed day for the stock market as oil drops another 2%. Here's a look of stocks of local interest. It might not feel like spring yet, but it could be time to do some spring cleaning in your medicine cabinet. Stay tuned to Newswatch for more in today's Health Minute. Still to come.
Whether you like it or not, the cold is here. I'll let you know how long it's going to stick around. All that plus your extended forecast coming up next on Newswatch.
Nestled in the heart of the Hocking Valley sits a town with a story. A story carved from mountains of coal, mixed with a little clay and sprinkled with a dash of culture. It's a story of national significance and local pride. A story rooted in the past that's still being written today. Join WOUB on March 19th at Nelsonville York High School for the premiere of Our Town, Nelsonville.
Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home.
Welcome back to the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm Ann Campolongo. Taking a look at temperatures right now in Athens, we're sitting at 21 degrees out there. We do have a wind to take note of, southwest at 14 miles per hour. We've been seeing gusts up to 20 miles per hour this afternoon, so it's felt way colder than the actual air temperature has been this afternoon. And we've seen lots of flurries today, flurries yesterday, but those will slowly start dying down as we get into the evening hours tonight. We'll be stuck with mostly cloudy skies this evening, but temperatures across the region right now in the low 20s to upper teens, 19 over in Chillicothe, 21 down in Jackson as well as Ironton. Our almanac today, though, we are below average, a good 20 degrees below average today. So colder air is here, and it's going to continue to stick around through at least the rest of this week and into the start of next week. High pressure, though, in control. Taking a look at precipcast, it's going to stick around for today and tomorrow, and then our next chance for any kind of precip will be on Friday. We have another Arctic cold front swinging down out of the north, and that'll give us a next shot at some colder air for this weekend, maybe even some of the coldest air yet that we've seen this season. Taking a look at your temperatures overnight, though, we're dipping down to the single digits, so if you are headed out this evening, be sure to bundle up because it will be cold out there. 6 degrees in Chillicothe, 8 the low tonight in Jackson, 11 down in Ironton, 9 up in Columbus, and 10 degrees for your low tonight in Newark. So very cold air out there. We'll see mostly cloudy skies this evening, and those clouds will stick around into the day for your Thursday as well. Taking a look at your day for tomorrow, your hour by hour, starting off at 10 a.m. We'll be in the teens, 15 degrees for you, warming up only to 19 by noon, and then tomorrow we're only going to reach the low 20s. So clouds stick around in the morning. But if we do see any sunshine tomorrow afternoon, that's not going to help temperatures very much. We will stay cold for most of the day tomorrow, as well as Friday and into the weekend. For tonight, though, in Athens, we'll dip down to 8 degrees. Again, scattered flurries tonight, but I think most of those will start dying out as we get into the overnight hours. Windy conditions, though, so it will feel colder than it actually is out there. Taking a look at the bus stop forecast for tomorrow, definitely want to bring the hats, the gloves, and scarves for your bus stop walk out to the stop tomorrow. 9 degrees tomorrow morning, so mostly cloudy skies, another bitter cold morning for you as you head out the door tomorrow to school or work. So definitely bundle up tomorrow. We'll only reach the low 20s for our high tomorrow afternoon, so 23 our low in Athens. Mostly cloudy for the day tomorrow, cold tomorrow as well. And if we take a look at your 7-day, cold sticking around, as I've been mentioning. Thursday, 23. Friday, we have a chance for some flurries in the afternoon. 28 your high on Friday, but then take a look at the weekend. Temperatures for your morning on Saturday and Sunday into the single digits, almost reaching 0 for you as you start off the day on Sunday. So a bitter cold weekend will definitely take into consideration those wind chills for this weekend because it will be a chilly one out there. Bundle up if you're headed out this weekend, and Sunday is Valentine's Day, but it looks to be a cold one. 22 your high on Sunday. And then taking a look into the work week next week, we don't finally warm up, meaning into the mid-30s until Monday and Tuesday. So more average-like temperatures for you next week. Back to you, Kelsey.
All right, I, for one, am not looking forward to those cooler temperatures. Thanks a lot, Ann. It's easy to accumulate medications, that pain reliever from when you had your root canal or the cough syrup from your cold last winter. But what you should hold on to and what should you pitch? Kelly Bowman has some tips to help you clear out the clutter and how to store your medications properly in today's Health Minute.
It's time to do some spring cleaning, and the best place to start is actually with your medicine cabinet.
It's really not the best place to keep things. There's humidity, temperature fluctuations. If the bottles aren't sealed properly, moisture can get into them.
I'm going to remove all my medications as I go through them and put them in a safer spot, like my dresser drawer. But first, we need some rules to follow so we know what medications are no longer safe to take.
Open up the packaging, make sure that it's been sealed properly. Liquids might start to clump or the product might start to separate. If the tablets look crushed or discolored or cracking, even though they're within date, they may have been exposed to temperature fluctuations.
Now that I know which medications to keep, I can't just put these old ones in the trash.
One way that I recommend, take any of your capsules, tablets, medications that you have that are expired, crush them up a little bit, add a little bit of water. They recommend to either throw in old coffee grounds, food scraps, kitty litter, sawdust, anything to make it kind of filthy or putrid so that someone's not going to want to dig through there and find them.
And also keep in mind, for prescription medications, you're going to want to cross out any personal information or scrape it off of the container before you dispose of that. For CNN, I'm Kelly Bowman.
I'm Nathan Wiseman. Sports snow continues to wipe out high school basketball games. Stay tuned to see if your local school's game is canceled. And it's playoff time in Pomeroy. The Lady Tomcats square off against Green at Meigs High School this evening. I'll have the preview next on Newswatch.
What's happening, TVC basketball fans? My name is Sean Neidig, the host of Hardwood Heroes. Hardwood Heroes is a weekly half-hour show that airs on WOUB at 11 Sunday night and again at 6 on Monday. We provide you with the best Southeastern Ohio high school basketball coverage in the area, both on our show and on the web. Our reporters are at over 20 games every week to recap, so there is no way you can miss us. So tune in to Hardwood Heroes on Sunday night. And until then, I'm your host, Sean Neidig, reminding you to be heroic.
Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
More snow equals more scheduling problems for the final regular season basketball games in the area. The Meigs versus Vinton County game scheduled for tonight is rescheduled for Saturday evening. Eastern versus Federal Hawking has also been canceled. And lastly, the Vinton County versus Maysville game previously scheduled for Saturday has also now been canceled. Make sure you stay tuned to WOUB.org and Hardwood Heroes on all kinds of social media for updates on the latest cancellations. But if you're still itching to watch some postseason high school hoops tonight, you're in luck. The number 6 seed Trimble girls hit the road to Pomeroy to square off against number 11 seed Green at Meigs High School. Nikki Kish and company are on a 2-game losing skid, but Green is in a worse situation. They haven't won a game all season, coming in at 0-14. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. Typically down the stretch in tight games, Jerron Simmons or Tony Campbell are the ones coming up with big plays. But last night, it was Ohio's lone senior, Treg Setti. Setti nailed a jumper with 15 seconds left, ran down the court, and forced a bad Ball State shot at the buzzer, sealing a 72-69 Bobcat victory. Coach Phillips' starting rotation wore out Ball State all night long. Katie Kaminsky heated up from behind the arc early and finished with 20 points, while Tony Campbell recorded his 11th double-double of the season. The Cats are the winners of 4 out of their last 5 games and are above 500 in the MAC for the first time in the Saul Phillips era. The 8th-seeded Ohio women's golf team finished in 9th place at the 2016 Mid-American Match Challenge yesterday in sunny Lakeland, Florida, after beating number 11 Central Michigan 4-1. The Bobcats got victories from Nicole Smiley, Angela Kodian, Lily Pindy, and Haley Herwinowicz. The women's team will be back in action on February 26th for the Rio Verde Collegiate Invitational in Arizona. Now, I know it's hard to believe we're only 9 days away from softball season. Today, the MAC preseason softball polls were released. The Bobcats were picked as the favorites to win the MAC regular season champions, receiving 4 votes, with Central Michigan finishing second with 3 votes and Kent State finishing third with 2. The Ohio girls were also chosen as the second favorite to win the MAC tournament, receiving 2 votes. Coming off an 8-game explosion over the Oilers on Sunday, the Islanders traveled to Columbus to take on the struggling Blue Jackets. Ryan Strome silenced the Columbus crowd 56 seconds into the game when he scored the first Islanders goal. Cam Atkinson and Brandon Dubinsky each scored goals to give Columbus a 2-1 lead after the first period. The Islanders, though, they owned the third period. Columbus could not equalize an Anders Lee power play goal in the third period, forcing the game into a shootout where the Islanders skated away with a 3-2 victory. While Lakers legend Kobe Bryant continues his farewell tour in Cleveland, his former team, Cavs head coach Tyronn Lue, is beginning a new journey. Cleveland is 7-3 since Lue took over the helm and are coming off back-to-back blowout victories at home over New Orleans and Sacramento. In Monday's win over the Kings, Kyrie Irving matched a season high with 32 points and tied a career high with 12 assists, while LeBron James posted his first triple-double of the year and his 40th in his career. Bryant, on the other hand, he has averaged 26.4 points in the last 5 games, but the Lakers have lost 3 of them and are in the midst of a 3-16 slump. Bryant will play in his final game in Quickland Arena at 8 p.m. on ESPN. I'm Nathan Wiseman, and that's it for sports. Back to you, Kelsey.
All right, Nathan, great work. It's not uncommon for dogs to be used as therapy animals, but at a veterans home in Salt Lake City, it's a bit different. Meet Charlie the Red Kangaroo. For about a year, Charlie has served as a therapy animal at William E. Christopherson Veterans Home. He has also taken trips to special education classes and hospice care facilities. Charlie is only about a year old, but he'll soon be full grown. He could eventually be more than 5 feet tall and weigh around 125 pounds, which could lead to the end of his time at Veterans Hospital. All right, and give us one last quick look at weather.
Thanks, Kelsey. Taking a look tonight in Athens, we'll be at 8 degrees, a cold night ahead. Scattered flurries this evening, but those will slowly die out as we get into the overnight hours. For tomorrow, though, snow-free, 23 will be our high, so a cold day tomorrow for your Thursday. We'll see mostly cloudy skies for the majority of the day tomorrow. Some sunshine may peek in late in the day on Thursday. But here's your 7-day forecast. Another shot of really cold air comes Friday. Even a chance of flurries for you on Friday, 28 your high. And then this weekend, bitter cold temperatures out there, 16 for you on Saturday, your high. And then Sunday morning, we're waking up to a low of 2 degrees, but it'll feel even colder than that. So definitely bundle up this weekend if you're headed out, and we don't get back to above average until next week. Back to you, Kelsey.
All right, and stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station. And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Kelsey Steele. Stay tuned for the PBS News Hour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at WOUB.org. Have a great night.
What's happening, TVC basketball fans? My name is Sean Neidig, the host of Hardwood Heroes. Hardwood Heroes is a weekly half-hour show that airs on WOUB at 11 Sunday night and again at 6 on Monday. We provide you with the best Southeastern Ohio high school basketball coverage in the area, both on our show and on the web. Our reporters are at over 20 games every week to recap, so there is no way you can miss us. So tune in to Hardwood Heroes on Sunday night. And until then, I'm your host, Sean Neidig, reminding you to be heroic.